Have you ever thought,
Chestnuts. Where can I get them?
I know a place. Sitting around listening to Nat King Cole, looking for some chestnuts with an open fire? I know a guy. Where are you getting your chestnuts this year? I bet I know where you can get them. You know, and some people may ask, Carlos, you always film in the cooler. Isn't it cold in there? And the answer is yes. Yes, it is. Hi, I'm Carlos Nino with Chef's Produce, and welcome to next week's update for December the 28th, 2020. It's no secret about what we're talking about this week, the Italian chestnut. Hey, in today's video, we're going to talk about at least 5 things you didn't know. So with that out of the way, let's get started. So a fact about a chestnut is they actually have a really great starch profile, which makes them a great ingredient in making beer.
Excuse me, bartender. Can I get a chestnut IPA?
What? So, after a chestnut is dried out, one of many applications, they can actually be ground into a flour. Because chestnut flour isn't really wheat flour, it's actually gluten-free. Hey, try that out in your next cookie recipe. When it comes to nuts, they actually contain little fat. Actually, in fact, chestnuts are a great source of carbohydrates. So, for you any pre-race rituals, down some chestnuts. A chestnut contains a tremendous amount of vitamin C, but it actually contains more vitamin C when you dry it. So, if you boil a chestnut, it's going to actually deliver up to at least 9.5 milligrams of vitamin C. While when drying a chestnut, it actually comes out to around 15.5 milligrams of vitamin C. Wow! Whoa! Amazing! Amazing! Wow! Wow! Vitamin C! The tree can last up to 700 years old. But for the first amount of harvest that you'll see out of the chestnut won't appear until actually 15 years after you plant it. The best part of the crop won't actually take effect until 50 years. So, as my wife always said, you're going to be in the friend zone for quite some time before you get to see any results. Thank you so much for joining us on our weekly market update. Again, I'm Carlos Nino with Chef's Produce. We try to post these videos every Thursday night. You can also reach out to our sales representatives or customer service if you have any questions at all. You can also look at any of our social media platforms, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and even LinkedIn. Thank you very much, and we'll see you next week. Basically, you're going to be in the friend zone for quite some time. That's a lot of lunches. That's a lot of paid movies. That's kind of like the relationship with my wife. I was in the friend zone for quite some time before anything really happened. So, as my wife always used to say, as it was with my wife and I. So, just like my wife, we were actually in the friend zone. So, as my wife always said, you're going to be in the friend zone for quite some time before we get But the first amount of nut fruit, but for the first amount of fruit that you'll actually